Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Alrighty, happy Tuesday to everybody. I'm back here with the Weather Wall with you today, and glad to be back here, and always an opportunity and great privilege to fill in for Luis. And there's going to be a lot more of that coming in the distant future. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But in the meantime, though, we are going to continue to see dreary and overcast conditions here pretty soon, and it's going to continue to persist for the rest of the tonight and going into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I know we have been talking about that. I gave you the warning already that we're going to see rain this week, and it's going to continue to move in. 46 coming in right now for the evening 5 o'clock. Of course, watching this at a later time, you may have already saw rain, or if you are seeing rain right now, that is some good news, because December is going to be one of these months where we're going to definitely need to make up any departing rainfall or precipitation deficits. But so far for the year, we're running about an inch or two behind, so hopefully we'll be able to catch up before the end of the year, before it's over with. And there's going to be several opportunities for some forms of precipitation moving on in. But again, it's going to remain wet overnight. We may see some cloudy conditions and some fog developing later overnight tonight. We kind of like how we saw this morning out there. If you were out early, going up to say 6:30, 7 o'clock, you did run into some fog overnight. And again, lows dipping in the 40s for us, so above normal warm overnight low. I'm trying to get to put that out there. So temperatures in the 40s tonight with that rain off and on. We may get a break in the activity, and if we don't, we'll just most likely see some light hit or miss showers overnight. And this is all part of a stalled stationary boundary that, believe it or not, we'll show you a map in a second here, but it is not going to go anywhere for us as well. Highs in the 50s on your Wednesday, as you see here, giving a 3 out of 10 tomorrow. Again, area highs coming into play for us right there, as our temperatures are going to be well above the average 30-year high. We should be staying in the 50s. We're going to be in the mid to low to mid 60s. Stewart 60 Ararat, same store, 63 there in Stewart, 64 in Woolwine. So the further west you go, you're going to be a lot warmer. The further east you go, a little bit cooler. So it's all based upon where we've got a wedge that's in place. We have a frontal boundary that is just stalled out in front of here in the mid-Atlantic states, that is causing all of this rain that we've been seeing since Tuesday, and then today, and going into the rest of the week as well. So anywhere you see here from Boone's Mill all the way down here to the city of Martinsville and Ridgeway communities there, and Henry County, Spencer Penn area as well. Horse pasture also seeing some of that rain developing too. So just keep in mind that again, we're going to remain above average with our daytime highs for Wednesday, so not even near normal. But you know what? If you're doing any decorating, I would advise you to do that indoors, because it is going to get pretty cold here pretty soon, just to give you an FYI. As you see here, real quick, I'll showcase this map for you. So yes, we are going to remain above average with precipitation outlook, and it's going to continue to see a whole swath of the U.S. is under green, at or just above average. See the color coding here. We're right around that at the 10 to 30 to 40% chance of precipitation right there too. So as you see, and again, that frontal boundary is kind of like doing this right now. So that's where it is just stationary right there. Until we get something to push that out of here, it'll not be going anywhere in a hurry anytime soon. So that is going to be the theme for us this week, is that frontal system is boundary right here. Right behind it here, I wish I had an actual U.S. map. Maybe I can do some research and find one at some point. But there's some there's some snow shower activity going on well up towards Idaho, Washington, Oregon. They're already seeing several inches of that going on for several days at that moment. And so that cold air is eventually going to catch up with us at some point, and we'll see what happens as we get closer to the upcoming months or the upcoming weeks. Of course, just to give you a generalization of where we are when the first day of the winter solstice is. All right, let's see. It is the 6th day, or maybe the 5th day of December. So we're already about 14 or so days, or 15 or so days away from the beginning of the winter solstice. So December 21st is the first day of the winter solstice here in the U.S. So just keep that in mind, as well as our highs on this weekend are definitely not going to feel like winter. So again, we have clouds generally on Saturday. I don't know why I keep moving out of here. I'm trying to rearrange my graphics here. So Saturday we'll see variably cloudy skies, temperatures in the 60s. Again, the average high is 53. We're going to be 10 degrees above that. Overnight low, though, we do introduce that cold front that's going to be beginning to pass through our area this upcoming weekend, and again knocking our highs back to near they need to be for this time of the year, back in the 50s. So again, cloudy is going to be the theme of the game on Saturday, with overcast skies. Rain showers move in late Saturday evening, and then again, once we get this cold front passed out of our region on Sunday afternoon and going into Sunday night, we will most likely see that winter-like temperatures going from the 50s to the 40s for this upcoming week. So for the following week, I shall say. So just keep that in mind. And if you're wanting snow, be patient, because I know there is a lot of chatter going on social media right now about when are we seeing snow, how much is going on. So for those who follow those long range, it's fine to look at for fun, but do not put a set stone and number in place for what you think. So one model may spit out several inches, one model may spit out nothing at that moment in time. So don't get in the hype, just stay calm, stay weather aware. Of course, as you all know who recently know that the Robin Reed, a shout out to him, stepped down from WDBJ, and those who've watched him, like myself, always knew when it became to snow, he was calm and consistent. And I'm going to be like that for you. Calm, consistent. I'm not going to be hyping this up because it's unnecessary to hype up a forecast weeks and ahead of time when nothing is already set in stone. So keep that in mind as you get towards the winter months. You're going to begin to see a lot of those computer models spit out crazy snow totals and sometimes rainfall totals. They can kind of go over the exaggerate. But anyway, enough of my soapbox on that note. Just keep in mind, we'll see scattered showers tonight. Overnight, we may see some fog developing. We'll be in the 60s on Wednesday, with rain breaking up later in the afternoon. So we may get a break in the activity tomorrow on your Wednesday. And then again for the weekend, we'll keep a close eye as we get closer to the weekend. See how cold those temperatures do go. And again, that is the key word. Cooler air will follow afterwards. Y'all stick around, everybody. We have a lot more news and great local programming coming up after a word from our sponsors.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.